Welcome to another episode of The Breakdown. I'm Savanna Collins, joined by AUX 2023 Defensive Player of the Year, Jessi Warren. It is so fitting to get to join you on this series after having one stellar play after another AUX. Thanks so much for coming.
Yes, thanks for having me. I'm super excited to break these down.
You know, when I was trying to pick which plays should we do, it was one play after another that was phenomenal, but you do it so often that it got to be a little routine. So I'm so excited to slow down plays that happen so fast over on the hot corner and really talk them down frame by frame. We're going to start off with one that you do so often. You have perfected moving on the run, that throw to first. This is the first out of the inning, so I'll kind of let you talk me through this first one. You do this so often, and it's kind of, now that I've looked at all your defensive plays, it's what I think of.
Yeah, just kind of knowing my hitters, Jasmine Jackson, kind of a triple threat, can bunt, can slap, can hit for power. So can't be behind the bag, can't be too close up, so kind of at a good distance so that I can make a play if need be in front. With someone like Jazz, I don't like getting beat in front. I'd rather get beat behind, so I am a little bit more conscious of those bunts and kind of slap hits. And she's got a lot of speed, so just being able to read her hands well on this pitch, she kind of took that top hand high right before Rachel even released the pitch, so knowing that, kind of crashing early, fielding the ball and throwing it to first. I will say, though, on this play, Courtney kind of threw me off, so I had a weird throw that took Phil a little bit into the field.
What stands out to me about this one is the orientation of your body on this play. Is that a balance thing? Is that something you can practice, just being comfortably being uncomfortable almost?
Yeah, I think just as a infielder in general, you throw from a lot of different slots, and that's something that I grew up practicing, knowing that if I were to get to the next level, it was something I would utilize a lot. So if you watch me warm up before games, I warm up all my slots. So I'll warm up overhand, I'll warm up sidearm, and then I'll throw from kind of the on-the-run position. And I even do some bunts in there as well, throwing from my knees.
This next one is almost the opposite of what we just watched. You're super deep behind for the third. This is the first out in the bottom of the first. Totally different than what you just broke down.
Including Aaliyah Andrews move up a whole lot. Warren deep in the hole. Backhanded throw and play by Warren. Holy smokes.
Yeah, so Tori Vidalis, power hitter. Again, with her, I'd rather get beat in front than get beat behind. So if she's going to lay one down, I'd rather her get a single than pop one over the fence. So I know she's power pool. I always play her close to grass line because she's so powerful. And to be honest, I would be super scared to play her anywhere other than that. I don't want to get my teeth knocked down my throat. And then I grew up a catcher and a shortstop, so just I have a strong arm, and knowing that I'm able to play so deep, knowing that I can make that throw across the diamond. I think the hard part about this is just reading the hop of the ball and making sure that I stay in my legs and stay through this ball, and then getting my body turned to where I'm throwing, which is first base, and making sure I get who is over there, which is Piper at the time, a good throw to the chest. So
that throw is phenomenal. I mean, especially now getting to slow it down and see where you are. You're almost at the grass. You're past the foul line. But the way that you take your time to get set, I think, is what really stands out, is that you didn't rush, even though you knew I'm way deep in the hole.
Yeah, and I think that just comes from just trusting the process and knowing just my arm. Like I said, I have a strong arm, and then just knowing my speed at the plate as well, knowing I have time to set my feet to make a good throw, and just making sure that I do get that good throw, if anything, to Piper, or at least give her something in the area that she can attempt to catch with such a long throw from behind the bag.
Zirkle handcuffed, knocked down by Warren, bare hands it off the turf, makes the play at first base. Jessi Warren, what can't she do at third?
This next one, we're in the bottom of the fifth. You had to activate the bunnies on this one. But what I really want you to talk about is doing that and staying collective. Talk me through it.
Yeah, so honestly, I didn't even see Zirkle didn't run out of the box at the time. I was kind of just with her speed, I didn't have much time left to get the ball to first. I misread this ball, to be honest. I didn't have to jump for it, which is, I think, essentially why I dropped it, is because I could have just reached up and probably caught it. But with my jump, it kind of knocked it out of my glove. And then just kind of utilizing the turf, knowing that the turf is going to allow the ball to hop, and just barehanding it, again, just trying to get whoever's at first, which Courtney Gano over there at first.
When you've practiced the arm slot to where you're like, okay, I have confidence in being able to do that, how do you piece that together with the quick decision making that comes at third to be able to know this is what I need to do next? How do you develop that second step of that skill?
A lot of the just instincts is just natural. I think I was just gifted with a God-gifted talent, and I thank God every day that I have those instincts because it helps me a lot on the field. Just being able to think one step ahead. And it's crazy to say, but before every play, I literally go through every scenario possible in my head that could happen. And it happens within a split second, which I think is phenomenal that I can go through so many things at one time. But I think that's what makes athletes so great, are those athletes that can think ahead and think plays ahead instead of, if that ball gets hit to me, what am I doing with it? It happens before the pitch even happens. So being able to, go through this. I know Zirkle is someone who hits hard left side if she does get it over there. And then again, she could potentially put a bunt down, and she has speed. And it's hard with her because I don't want to get beat in front or behind with her. So it's kind of a in-the-moment decision. What here do I not want to do? Okay, at this point, I don't want to get beat in front, or at this point, I don't want to get beat behind. But so I'm kind of a little even, one step in front of the bag. And again, just reacting, trusting my instincts, trusting the process and the preparation that I put in before games during practice. So
we talked a little bit about some other bunt coverages. This one is this is crazy. From the knees, and you're in another scenario where you have a fast hitter, Aubrey Leach, she's already on the left side. Walk me through this step by step, because it happened so fast, and it really, the stadium, it left in awe, I feel like.
Drop down, barehanded from her knees, Jessi Warren. Hello, how do you do?
Yeah, this play did happen really fast. So in my younger days, when I was at FSU, I would just go down on one knee and barehand and throw off my front leg. My body doesn't let me do that anymore because I pulled my hip flexor last time I did that. So I think the easiest thing for me is just let my momentum carry my body where it wants to go, and then just kind of throwing across my body. So that's why I kind of went down to two knees, and then obviously being on turf, just gliding it out. The super important thing about when you are throwing off balance and stuff is just trying to have a strong arm. And obviously I know I have a strong arm, so utilizing my upper body more than my bottom half. And the way I think about it is when I'm on my knees, I just kind of think that that's all I have. Like, my knees are my feet. So I'm using my feet as my knees to kind of propel me to throw where I'm going. And yeah, just... Again, Aubrey is super fast, and she is so hard. She's probably one of the hardest hitters to defend at third base. And I'd never know where to play her. She's still someone I try to figure out daily, and I don't think I ever will because she's just so good.
I feel like we're saving the best for last, even though this was such a tough play. Is this a mistake first? Is it just trying to get to a really tough ball?
Zirkle. Backhanded at third. Warren to second. Oh, yeah. In time. Sticking with it. Jessi Warren. Playing like an MVP.
After it happened, and I know this was near the end of the season, it was just like, okay, this is just getting ridiculous. I think everybody was like, okay, Jessi, like that's enough.
Yeah, I remember the dugout, like, over there, like, what the heck, another one? Like, it made me giggle a little bit. But, yeah, I missed play, kind of went down too early, didn't take that extra step. So that was just a bad play on my part, but kind of utilizing that bad play to keep the ball near me. And then, again, utilizing the turf to push myself off the ground. Off the ball, correct, to attempt to get the runner at second, knowing Zirkle has speed. I'm not getting her at first whatsoever. So the only play I had was at second base. But again, that comes from pre-pitch thinking, like, okay, who are my runners? What are their speed? What's their speed like? And what am I going to do if this ball comes to me? So knowing Mia at first base, not as fast as Zirkle, she was kind of the only opportunity I had to get an out. So misplay turned into a good play. Happens, and yeah.
Do you have a favorite of these five?
Honestly, I love the gliding one on my knees. Yeah. I don't know, it just felt so smooth. I just felt so smooth, like, gliding out there. And I mean, that comes from turf. If I'm on dirt, I'm probably getting stuck, but I love the turf. I love playing on turf. I wouldn't have said that probably 5 years ago, but the turf, I use it to its advantage. You get what you get, you see what you see, and like you get true hops, which I love. So
Is that something you developed of, I'm going to use this surface to my advantage at third?
yeah, absolutely. I think coming out of college playing on dirt my whole life, I hated it because I didn't understand how to play the ball off of the turf. But then after a year or two, like I started really, really liking it because I realized like what you see is what you're going to get. You're not going to get a ball that's going to hit a piece of dirt and hop a different way, you know, or you're not going to get a ball that's going to hit a divot. So being able to know that I have a smooth surface, like I'm not going to get a crazy hop. Again, you're going to see and you're going to get what you see. So, yeah, I utilize the turf a lot to my advantage, especially when I'm off balance and I can, again, in that last play we saw, I can use the turf and the ball to push off to get my momentum to where I need to go.
You came back this year after, taking a year off. We talked about things that are like riding a bike. I know we talked a lot about offense between you and I, but we didn't really talk about defense. So to come into AUX and earn that, and then to sit down right now and look at this kind of like portfolio of work that you put together during those seasons, what stands out to you about just your game and where it's at right now, especially on the defensive side?
I think, honestly, I'm just mentally at my best right now. And I'm just in it every pitch. I think the most important thing that I've brought into this season is just having fun and not taking everything so serious. At the end of the day, we're playing a game, and I just try to, embrace my teammates, have fun with my teammates, and celebrate their successes just as much as mine. And I think that's really took a, turn for my game and has helped me tremendously, just kind of taking the seriousness out of it, but also having some seriousness when needed. So having that switch and being able to flip it on when I need to and then flip it off in between pitches, goof around, I think is super important just in all sports, especially in our game because we have so much time in between pitches, and I think we're really only playing like a 45 minute game if you think about it, in between our 15-20 second breaks between pitches. So yeah. And I think Coach Alameda's really taught me how to flip that switch when I need to. Take a breather when we need to, turn it on when you need to. Because you can't be in a game for 2.5 hours mentally; you'll be drained completely. So being able to take those mental breaks, goof off, have a little conversation, side conversation, and then getting myself back into it, I think has really helped my game a lot.
That's such great advice, I feel like, for baseball, softball players, of learning, okay, I need to lock in this moment and having that mental strength to do that, but then also being able to go, okay, I need to check out, or I just need to relax, so that when you step back in, you can stay sharp. Is that how it affects really your mental side of things?
100% for me, at least. Like I said, just that 5-second break in between pitches helps so much. Before I did that, I would be drained by the 4th, 5th inning. Like I would just mentally be out of it. So being able to flip that switch when needed and flip it off when needed, like it's helped me be able to get through a full, complete 7 innings and potentially more innings if, you're in a tie going into the 8th, whatever it is. But I think it's just super important that you learn how to utilize, your mental skills just as much as your physical skills.
Jessi, thanks so much for joining me on the breakdown. I've loved being able to slow down these things that happen so fast and also talk about what's going on up here that we see play out on the hot corner.
Yes, thanks for having me. I really loved this talk and just enjoy talking the game of softball, so I appreciate it.